How healthy are you really? With this COVID and the amount of people that are passing away at such a large number, um, people's immunity is really down. Okay, I'm always hearing, oh, but he was so freaking healthy. Who would believe that COVID would, bring him down in that way? I keep hearing that. And even from the people that have recovered from COVID. But, I do everything right. I eat well. I exercise. There's nothing that I do that isn't there to take care of myself. But what I keep seeing is the amount of stress that these people have, okay? Because, okay, the reality of all of this is that stress overrides any good habit. If you're under stress, your body's under attack. Plain and simple. I don't care what anybody tells you. That's a fact. You're bringing in acidity. Cortisol. High cortisol means high inflammation. Means flight or fight response. It means you're attacking your organism. That's what that means, okay? And all of these people, what do they have in common? Some of them passed away, some of them didn't. They survived it, but yet they had a real tough time overriding this virus. And why do they have such a tough time overriding the virus? It's the head. It's your mind. You can't keep putting yourself down and stressing yourself out over stuff that we don't need to stress about. It's always something in the past. Oh, this is what happened. I have a recording. They did this to me, that happened, and it's going to happen again because I see it here. A trigger comes off and we just live. We're addicted to stress. So we keep pulling from the back. Or we're so stressed out that we go into the future. Oh, I have to do this. I have to do that. And tomorrow and the next day and next week, and I don't have enough time to get all of this stuff done. So now you're whacking yourself over what's happening later that we know nothing about. I mean, we can't be in the future. We have to stay in the present moment if we're going to be at peace. Otherwise, there is no peace. Okay? Think about it. You're thinking about the past. It already took place. And you got recordings in the subconscious mind, which are unconscious recordings that are playing back all the time as if it's going on right here and right now. But it's not. So, with awareness, you start to defeat the back of this stuff, meaning that talking about the past. Why are you going to make that past go into the present moment and attack you in the same way as if it was happening right here and right now when that is not the case? So let's stop whacking ourselves with this stress. That is addictive stress. We have to bring awareness to the situation. Meaning that, I've seen you before. I know what you're attempting to do to me. Okay, so you go into your heart. You don't intellectualize and say, I'm going to override this thing. You never have. That's a BS story that you've been telling you since the beginning of time. It's not happening now. It won't happen in the future, and it didn't happen in the past. So let's give up on things that don't work and start getting into, okay, becoming aware and saying, I see this. This is a pattern. This is an old pattern. This is an old brain cell impression that is grabbing me again. The same thing is true of the future. You haven't even stepped into the future. You're not even aware of what's going to happen, and you're already thinking of all kinds of scenarios, inventing all kinds of situations for yourself. How is that on earth going to help you? Inventing things that haven't yet taken place. For the love of God, be good to yourself. That's not happening. Never will. Absolutely never will. So stay in this moment. This is the moment of peace. If you can stay in peace, you can creatively develop a better future for yourself. You can get a better night's sleep. You'll have more energy because whatever energy you're putting forward into the future, okay, that's energy that you're taking away from your creativity and your ability to build on something better building on relationships, building on your work, everything, just everything. So let's do ourselves a big favor and get out of these toxic, addictive, stressful patterns that dictate that we're going into the unknown and we're inventing all of this stuff. That's what we're doing. We're getting so creative with our intellect that we're never coming into from the heart. The heart is where the peace is, not in here. Intellectualizing is not going to help you. You are not going to override this stuff. You never have, and you know it. So do yourself a big favor. Find that inner peace. Find that moment. Stay in the present moment. Stay where everything is at, where the peace is at. That's where you're loaded with energy. You're not draining yourself. So I hope that you got something out of this segment and that we can find you into, that you will share and subscribe. I am going to be offering very shortly, so please subscribe. And if you do, you will be part of that, which will get my 5-minute meditation, which is mind-blowing, which will allow your body to be oxygenated, and it will teach you that you're not your mind. You are not this. You will find in 5 minutes that you were able to shift, and that's going to be evidence that you are absolutely not your mind, okay? And you will see a different you at that moment in time. 5 minutes before, 5 minutes after, you're not the same person. Now, you may go back, an event triggers you like this, and you go back, where you came from into that, obsessive moments. But again, the 5-minute meditation, breathing meditation will pull you right out of it. Sometimes you may need 2, who knows? You may be under a panic attack, but it can be shifted. And just to show you what it is that we're doing, this is just a little something, a little bonus that I'd like to provide to all the people that are subscribing to this channel and that are actually sharing and getting this information across and finding that inner peace that we all need to find. So thank you very much for coming in with me and sharing and being a part of all of this. Thanks again.